Hey there folks, I'm Stefan again and welcome back to Only Boss Fights. Today we will guide you on how to acquire all amulets, relics and armor in Losomn. Obtaining these items in the game will significantly enhance any playstyle. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Just to be clear, Losomn was the first world I played, but you might end up in one of the other worlds due to the game's random world generation. I apologise for misstating this in my last video, so let's start by discussing the amulets you can find. The first amulet we'll cover is the Jesturs bell. I want to thank at JB1139 for suggesting this, and yes, I do read all the comments. Begin by ensuring you're on the One True King questline and make your way to the Beatific Castle. Follow the questline to the Jester in the basement. While he performs his juggling act, execute the clap emote by using your D-pad. Find the emote quickly before his show ends so you don't miss out. The amulet will automatically be added to your inventory. This amulet increases mod and skill cast speed by 35%, and casting a skill or mod boosts all damage by 20% for 15 seconds. Next, we have a couple of amulets that, when acquired in multiple playthroughs, can be combined into an even more potent amulet. Gold ribbon can be attained by finding a statue of two Fae holding hands in a light bulb shaped room on the map, either in the council chambers or the gilded chambers of the light world. Place the plain ribbon on the Fae's hands, which you'll find randomly on that level. After the animation, leave and re-enter the area. You'll notice the ribbon now glow in purple. Pick it up to acquire the golden ribbon. This amulet increases mod damage by 25% and grants haste for 15 seconds upon activating a mod. Similarly, the silver ribbon can be obtained by locating the Fae statues and plain ribbon in the Dark World, either at the Shattered Gallery or the Great Hall. Follow the same process of placing the plain ribbon and revisiting the area to acquire the silver ribbon. This amulet increases skill damage by 25% and grants haste for 15 seconds upon activating any skill. With both the golden and silver ribbons in hand, you can approach Nimues to craft the Nimues ribbon. However, you don't have to do this if you prefer using one of the ribbons based on your playstyle, because doing this consumes both amulets. Nimues ribbon enhances relic healing effectiveness by 50% and grants haste for 25 seconds upon activating any relic. The next one, the One-Eyed Joker amulet, can be acquired as you enter the Malefic Palace and encounter the card Jester. During his card shuffle, keep an eye on the Joker card, the one currently displayed on screen. After he transforms the cards into doors, enter the one that was the Joker card. Inside that room, you'll find the One-Eyed Jester amulet. This amulet triggers a magic card lasting 1 second upon a neutral backdash. If the card absorbs enemy damage, you gain 25% critical chance for 5 seconds, and the neutral backdash costs an additional 30% stamina use. Next, the Shaed Bloom crystal is located among the pile of bones where you found the Jester in the Beatific Castle, but in the location the Malefic Castle. This crystal grants a 30% damage bonus that alternates between physical and elemental damage every 5 seconds, dealing extra damage to enemies. We have another amulet that will take multiple playthroughs. You'll have to play multiple playthroughs through the One True King questline, at least twice, defeating both world bosses Fae Lin and Fae Rin. Upon defeating each one, their counterpart will give you their respective signal ring. Once you have both signals, visit Nimues to craft the One True King Sigil, which increased mod damage by 20% and enhances the effects of Fae Rin's Sigil ring and Fae Lin's Sigil ring by 50% per sigil equipped. Going back and collecting these sigils through multiple playthroughs and defeating the world bosses again can significantly increase your power. Additionally, as we'll explain later, the One True King Sigil can unlock a secret. In the previous video, we covered the feast event in the Great Hall. Completing this event awards you the Neckbone necklace. This necklace reduces the damage of status effects applied to the wearer by 50% and grants 25% increased damage when suffering from a status effect or blight. The Cleansing Stone and Effigy Pendant are a 2-in-1 deal, as they can be found together, but locating them can be challenging. To start, you need to find a secret passage behind a wooden crate in either Cotton's Kiln or Butcher's Quarter. Once inside, navigate through the passage, climb a ladder, parkour across rooftops, cautious of dive bombing crows and an elite enemy that will ambush you. After clearing the area, pick up the Cleansing Stone, then find a hidden wooden box to the left and examine it in your inventory to obtain the Effigy Pendant. The Cleansing Stone reduces the duration of elemental status effects on the wearer by 50%, and using the relic cleanses elemental status effects while granting 15% of the wearer's max health to allies within 7 meters. The Effigy Pendant grants 15% damage increase while grey health is present, 10% damage reduction, and an additional hit before grey health is removed. The Spirit Wisp Amulet is obtained by completing the Man in the Sewers quest in Tiller's Rest. After completing this quest, the spectral entity in your mind will transform into the Spirit Wisp Amulet. Be cautious not to give it to the man in the sewer, as it will be lost, meaning you'll have to do another playthrough to obtain it again. The Spirit Wisp Amulet reduces current skill cooldowns by 3% for every 300 mod power spent upon activating a mod. The shock device is exclusively available during the Nightweaver questline. Proceed to the asylum in Morrow Parish and head to the basement, turning right. Enter the first cell on the right, and at the end you'll find a secret passage. Through this passage you'll discover the shock device. This device increases shock damage by 20% and overloaded damage by 50%, making it perfect for electrical elemental builds. 3 other amulets in Losomn can randomly spawn on the map and may require multiple playthroughs to obtain. These are the Weightless Weight, Indignant Fetish, and Chains of Amplification. The Weightless Weight increases movement speed by 0.75% and reduces stamina costs of all actions by 0.75% for every 5 points of armor encumbrance. The Indignant Fetish increases all damage dealt by 25% and reduces incoming damage by 10% for 20 seconds after taking damage from enemies. The Chains of Amplification increase all damage dealt to targets with a status effect by 20%. That's all the amulets that you can find in Losomn. Let's move on to the relics. To acquire the Quilted Heart relic, you need to find the Oracle of the Duran. She'll only interact with you after you've returned the 2 children in the area to her. Approach them in the area and use the action button to send them back to her. You do not have to follow them. After completing this task, she'll reward you items based on which questline you are doing. What's crucial for obtaining the amulet is that half of the patches on her quilt are filled in. These are completed by participating in events around the world. Think of them as optional quests for the area. Once half the patches are filled, she'll grant you the Quilted Heart. This relic doesn't offer standard healing when used. It negates stamina drain and causes Evade to heal for 15 health over 0.25 seconds, and this lasts for 20 seconds. Now let's go back to the secret associated with the One True King Sigil that I mentioned earlier. Equip the One True King Sigil and go to the palace grounds of the One True King questline. Approach the statue with the sword just in front of the World Stone. When you approach, the statue will rise, revealing the Unsullied Heart. This relic is an upgraded version of the Dragon Heart. you start the game with. This heals for 100% of your current health over 0.5 seconds. Lastly, let's delve into the armor sets in Losomn. We've previously covered the Fae Royal armor in another video, so be sure to check that one out. The Academiac's armor is obtained by triggering the Monster in the Drain event. This random event can occur near the large drains in Losomn. When it activates, a Manticora will drag you into a drain, seemingly causing your demise. Instead of respawning at the World Stone, you'll wake up in the Manticora layer. Defeat the Manticora to acquire the Academiac's set. This medium armor offers good resistance to corrosive and curse damage, along with moderate resistance to fire. Acquiring the Crown of the Red Prince involves a few steps. Firstly, obtain the Assassin's Dagger as detailed in our All the Weapons of Losomn video. The trickier part is dealing the killing blow to the Red Prince using the Assassin's Dagger. It must be the final fatal hit. For me, the Challenger archetype revives complicated this process so many times and kept killing him, not rewarding me the crown multiple times. The Crown of the Red Prince is a double-edged sword, boasting high resistance to curse and fire while slightly lowering your resistance to corrosive, electric and bleed damage. Despite the drawbacks, its striking appearance makes it worth considering. It looks damn fine. Having covered all the amulets, relics and armor in Losomn, we have one last secret item to share with you, and it relates to the Oracle of the Duran's quilt. As explained earlier, the quilts act as a checklist, and if you've gathered all the items and weapons, you've likely completed all the relevant quests to fill the quilt. Once the quilt is fully completed, she will reward you with the All-Seeing Eye. This consumable item provides you either with a 3-minute buff or debuff upon use, offering assistance or challenges to your gameplay. Note that this item can be reused an infinite amount of times, and its effects persist even after death, concluding only after the 3 minutes is up. I hope you found this video both informative and enjoyable. If so, please don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing for more Remnant 2 videos, including additional content on weapons, mutations and mods. Thank you for tuning in and have a fantastic day.